I envy you, Southerners.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This season is about to be insane, and I've got some huge news to share with y'all. New sponsors, new gear, and even a new challenge that could be my biggest adventure yet, and I want to bring y'all along with me. But before we dive into that, I just wanted to say thank you. Seriously, the support that y'all have been giving me for the past year, I can't explain my gratitude. So, thank you. If you're new to this channel, welcome to the family. If you like kayaking, adventures, and catching big bass, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, maybe leave a comment, and hit that notification bell, because it really does help me out, helps me get up into that YouTube algorithm, and continue to bring more content to you. So, let's go ahead and get right into it. So for the first update I want to give you all, I'm going to be doing a lot more kayak tournaments this year. I joined a local kayak club, and I'll drop the link to their Facebook page below if you're interested in joining and kind of just following along. I'll be testing my skills in rivers and lakes in Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, and putting my skills to the test against some of the best anglers out there in the area. So expect some serious highs, hilarious fails, and a whole lot of learning. And I'm excited to bring you along for that experience. So whether I dominate or totally bomb, you're gonna be there with every cast and every catch. Update number 2 is all about next level video editing and content. So I'm gonna be stepping up my game, providing drone shots, different angles, and really being able to bring you along with me. So you're not having to stare at the back of my head or the back of my hands constantly. And the reason why I like a little bit of the frontal angles, because you could see my reactions, you could see what I was looking at, and you could see behind me. And that was one thing that I wanted to bring to my videos is, typically when you see fishing videos, you're just looking at a point of view that is straight ahead. And sometimes it's just open bodies of water, but what you don't see is behind, right? Like, are we close to a bank? Are there laydowns? Is there a drop off? For all I'm just fishing open water. So I want to make sure that you can be along with me, understand what I'm fishing, why I'm fishing it, and really learn something from it in each one of my videos. So this means crisper, more cinematic content to keep things fresh and exciting for y'all. And lastly, the biggest update to my channel is all the sponsors and supporters that I've been getting from the channel. And a lot of it has to do with the boxes that you see behind me, and we'll get to those in a little bit. But I've been working with quite a few companies this past year, and now that it's cold outside, I've been spending a lot of time, building up those relations, looking at different content that I can produce, and really working with those companies to make sure that I'm bringing you the best information, the best content that I possibly can. So I'll go ahead and throw up the supporters and sponsors to this channel on the screen, and I'll also put their links to their stores and their websites below. So if you're serious about getting anything from any of the sponsors or supporters of this channel, please use the links in the description below. It helps me out and it helps the channel grow. So the first one that I want to talk about is Deep Dive. Deep Dive is a fishing app, and they've been with me since the beginning. They were the first sponsor to approach me about creating content, and coincidentally, or fortunately, however you want to look at it, I've been using Deep Dive for years, pretty much since it started. Deep Dive has absolutely changed the way I fish. If you're ever wondering when to hit the water for the best bite, this app has you covered. And it's not just for fresh water. They're also releasing constant updates. And the biggest update that's coming soon is their tide predictor. So for those of you on the coast that have to deal with tides, this is gonna be an amazing tool. And the best part about it, it's free. This app is absolutely free. So check out the link below to go ahead and download it for the iOS or the Android store. And like I said, the best part, it's free. So the second sponsor of this video that I want to talk about, which is also one of the earliest sponsors that I've been working with, is Handing. And now you may have heard of Handing. You may have seen them at ICAST last year in 2024. They won Best in Show for hard plastics, and they have some of the most insane but awesome designs and color schemes on their hard plastics that I've ever seen. And I'll put a link to a video that I did not too long ago where I just went out to a body of water and tried out every single one of their baits and had a blast on the water. But what you may not know is they do rod and reels as well. The rods and reels that they have are really focused on getting the everyday angler onto the water. They also have their Serenity line, which is more geared towards, you know, the pro and the serious angler out there. But for anybody that's looking to go out, have a good time, definitely check out their M1s. So this is their 6.6 medium fast, and it's part of their M1 line. And I gotta say, this thing feels fantastic. It has Fuji guides, carbon blank, and this thing is so lightweight. So this is gonna probably be my new jerkbait rod, maybe light Texas rig, light jig, finesse jig rod. And I'm really excited to use this. Like I said, they have an M1 series, which is more for your everyday angler, you know, people trying to get out there and fish. And they also have a Serenity line, which is geared more towards the professional angler, that hardcore angler that really wants to get the best out of all their equipment. And for me, and I believe is the gold standard for jerkbait rods that I use, a 610 medium fast Shimano X Pride. The sensitivity, the lightweight is just unmatched. Being able to, you know, throw a jerkbait on this and jerk all day long and not get tired is amazing. So, you know, the feel and the lightweight, and the feel of the rod, the lightweightness reminds me a lot of my X Pride. But they go a little bit further. Everything's been thought of with these rods, right? The grip, you can see is molded to a hand, so it's not just one long straight grip. And then what I really like about what they've done with the butt of the rod is instead of it being round, right? Like you can see my Shimano, it's round at the bottom. This one, it's more of a, you know, more of a diamond pattern. And so when you do this with your hand, you'll see that it's not a circle. It's more of this shape. And so it feels better when you have it in your hand. You just have, it feels more secure, better grip. You know, definitely go take a look at their site, look at the rods, reels. They even have line braid fluorocarbon. And definitely use my code, which will pop up on the screen now. It helps me out and gives you a little bit extra savings as well. Oh, this is gonna be tough with it plugged in. All right, so the next one, some of you may be familiar with this brand. Some of you may not be, but you're all familiar with their product. They make lithium batteries. And for, you know, the upcoming tournament season, having a lithium battery is gonna help me get to places I need. There may be times where I need to motor on, you know, 2-3 miles away from launch. And so I wanna know and make sure that I have a reliable power source that's not gonna quit on me like a lead acid. Speaking of lead acid, you know, when it comes to kayak fishing, and especially the heavier kayaks, right? Like the Autopilot that I own, there's some Hobies, like the Slayer Maxes, Bonafides, they get heavy. Anything that starts tipping the scales around that 90, 100 pound, weight management is paramount. Being lighter means less strain when you're, you know, transporting your kayak down to the launch or you're having a portage across the river. But it also makes you go faster, right? The heavier you are, the lower you sit in that water, the more water you have to displace to move. So the higher you can sit on that water, you know, you're kind of like skimming the top of it, which will give you a little bit more speed. I haven't opened these up yet, but I know exactly what's inside of it. Oh, and so this is it. This is what they sent me. This is going to replace my main power source. And I'm super excited about this. You know, like I said, a lot of these tournaments that I'm gonna be fishing, I have to travel to multiple days, you know, for practice, and then obviously the fishing tournaments. And I may not always have the ability to charge batteries. And so knowing that this can last me, you know, 3 or 4 days on the water puts my mind at ease when I'm on that water, you know. Knowing that I can, you know, motor out a couple of miles away at max speed, troll around for 6-8 hours and then be able to get back all in one charge is amazing. And this thing will last, lithium batteries, you know, they'll last you multiple days on the water between charges. The cool thing about this as well is with all their batteries, you get Bluetooth. And I can't tell you how many times I've been on the water and just, you know, not pushed myself or not gone to the areas that I want to go because I wasn't sure how much charge I had on my battery. So the Bluetooth allows you to see charging status, input, output, how much battery you have left. So really it leaves no question around the water. That's awesome. They also have a new battery that's released, which is a 12 volt, 50 amp hour, which is perfect for anybody that really is worried about, really wants to bring down their weight, or just doesn't have the space for a larger 100 amp hour battery. The 50 is less than 10 pounds and will get you through a day, if not two, on the water. So, but more to come on all my sponsors and supporters of the video. I'm excited to be working with every single one of them, and I couldn't be happier. So this season is going next level, and I can't wait to bring you along for the ride. Let me know in the comments what you are most excited about. And like always, get out there and fish, and tight lines, y'all.